Here we are, Wednesday, up at the lake today, trying for a perch. I've got a live bait on this one, just letting him work about, and then just down here I've got a little waggler float with a prawn. Let's see which one gets me a bite. The live bait's working well. One of the few places you can still do this. It's a lovely method, catches some big perch. So the baits today are just really the live bait and the prawns. The maggots are just there to catch the small baits. See how we get on. Got a little number 10 barbless treble on the live bait rig and a number 8 barbless on the prawn rig. As you can see, I'm not really a specimen hunter. I've got the quiver tip rod out on the little waggler rod, and the rod I use for squid jigging for the live bait rig. I'll just put this live bait out again because he's on the move. Pop him out. Don't need to worry about where you put him really. I'm not going to put him next to those lily pads because he'll just go straight in them. As you can probably see from the float, he's working his way straight towards them. That's usually when you see the float stop and go the other way because a perch has intercepted them, come out of the reeds, but we'll see. It's highly possible I'll catch a carp on the other one, on the prawn. The London bound train here. Look at this thing going towards those reeds. Keep away. There'll be a big perch in there and he'll eat you. The perch in here go to about £3. I've only had them up to about £1.50, but in the competitions we've seen them caught to £2.50. You never know, they might be a bit bigger. Some big eels in here, but it's still a little bit early as it's just the last knockings of April. There has been 1 or 2 caught, but needs to warm up a little bit for them really. I'm the only one on the lake, remarkable. No sign of any cormorants, which is great. So a nice couple of hours, see what we catch. So the live bait's working well, he's having a swim about. If after half an hour I haven't caught anything on it, I'll just take the rod off gently and put him back, and he's none the worse for wear. Oh, the prawn float just went under then, come straight back up, so we got a little look at it. Flicking a few. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Prawn float just disappeared. Come straight back up again. So try and get this tripod a bit more stable. Let's just check that prawn, see if it's not gone. No, it's still there, as you can see. pop it back out again then. Flick a few maggots around it just to get the small fish in the area so that the perch has got something to home in on. Live bait's still very active out in front of me, no sign of anything yet, but usually the perch bites on a live bait are savage, they're just gone. I've got a bait runner type reel on, so I put it in free spool. That could well have been a bream on the other one. Just pick the prawn up, they like them just as well. Bait float there, still working away nicely. I have got some worms with me, but I'm a bit loath to put them on because even the roach here go to like £1.50, and they're just as likely to lock straight onto them as a perch, so hopefully the prawn will stop that happening. But it's a nice overcast day today. It was a bit too sunny yesterday. It's 11 o'clock. So it's a better conditions for a perch today. They don't particularly like the bright sunshine. With the prawn just sitting there now. Put a few more maggots around it. I bought a little 3-metre whip to get a couple of live baits. That took literally seconds. Yeah, in the winter I come up here, I couldn't buy a bite on anything. It was incredible, just as if every fish in the lake had been taken out. Unbelievable it was. Lovely bird song interrupted by 200 mile an hour, 125 mile an hour trains. I suppose that's progress. A few fish topping. a big run, taking the casters off the top that I chucked out. Some lovely running here, some super golden run as well. They're getting quite rare. You don't see them too often, but there's some beauties in here. Probably one of the best bream waters I know. They're not giants. They go to about £4, but they're certainly keen. You can have 30, 40 pound on the tip, on the waggler, on the pole. They love a bit of sweet corn. The little lake at the back, which is only a third of the size of this, also got some very big perch in it. It's a little bit waterlogged at the moment, and it's a bit tricky. It's got quite a lot of weed in it, but it's a super little bit that I do go to on occasion. I've had some perch to about £1.50 out of there, a few eels, some nice little carp, not too big, which is probably just as well because there's an awful lot of weed, not snags, but basically just weed, which is a good thing really. It helps them when it comes to spawning time, and should a nasty cormorant get in there, they can get out of the way, so better it's there than not, I think. Right, well I'll switch off and come back when there's a bit of action.